So for chapter 12, we create a portfolio, and part of that lab is to put your portfolio live out on the web. I know our rubric has a different way of doing it. We use GitHub Pages to do it, and the way you can do that is go out to GitHub, create a repository. So we're not going to use our Rankin Technical College one. We're going to go create a repository, and somewhere on your page, usually up in the upper right hand corner, you'll have a little icon like this, or avatar, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and click on that, and you can go to your repositories, click on that, and we are going to create a new repository. So click on the new repository button. We don't need a template. Owner, just choose your name, and you want the same one as your school. So your name on your repository, you have your owner, you select your owner name, and then you'll do whatever your name is for your Rankin repository. So mine would be dgegs.github.io. Mine's already been used, so I'll do dgegs1 just to show you how it works. So now it shows that it's available. You can add a README file if you want. Most of them say to have a README file. You don't necessarily have to create it. You'll click on Create Repository, and you should come to this page here, just like we've been seeing. There's a repository page, and what we want to do next is we want to add a file. We want to upload files, so we can come here, and when you get to this point here, this is where we're going to add our HTML and CSS stuff. When you bring your HTML and drag and drop it over here, you need to make sure you have an index.html file. Index lowercase I, index.html. Like I said in the first couple days of class, when a browser goes out and looks for a web page, that's the first thing it goes and looks for, is that index.html. So make sure you have whatever your starting page is for your portfolio named index.html. If you don't have that, go change it. Go change your links to point back to index.html. So I'm going to drag that. Oh, I lost my page because of the way I have it set up. Let's do it this way. So I'm in my fall HTML folder. That's the folder I've been putting all my stuff in for my demos this semester. Got my index. Looking at here, I got index, contact, and portfolio. So let's take index, portfolio, and contact, and we'll drag those over. That's probably 3 of them you should have for your sites. So I got my changes in there, put a note what I did, added initial files. Go ahead and commit my changes. Processing my files. We can go out to settings, go to pages. Should be main, root, save that. That's in settings, pages, main, root, save. That should be all we have to do, so let's go out and check. This is an older page I did in the past. So, what do I have to do? dgegs. So it's not finding my page. We'll give it a second to load here. So what I need to do is gigs. It's going to be kind of sloppy because already having one created, but so this is my original one. This is the one I just created. You should be just showing your username.github.io. That's all you should have to type in if you have that index page. If you don't have an index page and you left it with portfolio or contact or about me or whatever, then you'll have to type in your username.github.io/ and whatever page you're using to start your web page out with. So if it's about me, you'd have to do something like that to get it. Mine won't show up. Oops, dgex1.github.io. I started mine with index. If we look here, I don't know if that's going to be the right one. Look at my GitHub pages that I uploaded my stuff on. So you can see I have an index page. That's what I started with. I have a portfolio page and a contact page. I bring mine up, I look at it, and it breaks again. Huh, go figure. You can see here, it's up. Click on my home page, it shows the index.html. Go to my contact page, you can see it switched to my contact HTML. Click on my portfolio and it goes to my portfolio page. I don't have anything in these though, so that's why it's not seeing, but you can see my address up top is changing based on the page I click. Yours should work exactly the same way as that. If it's not, we will take a look at it and see what's going on that it's not. But that's how quick and easy it is to put a HTML CSS page up there on GitHub like that. GitHub pages. Yours should just show your username from the class, from your repository for the ranking class, and then github.io. You should use an index page. Like I said at the beginning of the semester, the browsers automatically go look for that index page to bring it up and show it. If you use something besides index, you have to type in the extension or the file name. So like about me.html, portfolio, HTML. You'll have to type in something like that. You don't want to do that because you don't want the users to have to type in more than what they really need to. All you want them to do is type in your rank-in user ID from your GitHub repository with that github.io, and that takes them right to the page. That way they don't have to type in a lot of extra things. That way they don't have to try and remember what they have to type into to get it to work. So that's what you should be looking at, is your username.github.io. Hit enter, and it should bring your page up. If it doesn't bring it up right away, give it a couple seconds so it can load all the files. There's quite a bit of them. You may have to adjust your CSS and image files around a little bit to get them to work in here. By just using, I think if you use GitHub Desktop, you can actually send your things in. You can see right here, GitHub Desktop, you got different repositories you can choose from. A lot of my students here. I got my own, that github.io that I created before. So you can see if you click on that, it brings it up as your current repository. You can do what you want with it. Should have your changes in there. You can actually commit them, do what you want. I got a merge conflict because I've messed with some other people's stuff. So that's how you do that. If you have any issues or questions, we'll take a look at them and see what's going on with it.